Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. So right now Bitcoin forming some kind of resistance just here. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so I think there's some kind of breakout that's coming relatively soon here for Bitcoin. So you can see this is a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern just here. Okay, you see that? And you're coming into some kind of ascending triangle, aren't you? You know, you're coming into some apex just here where you get a break to the upside, or you're going to lose this support and come to the downside. Okay, I do anticipate that potentially, you know, what we're looking at here is a kind of inverse head and shoulders and an ABC correction as well. So I'm going to show you the positive and the negative. Okay, so you've got, if you break this level of resistance just here for Bitcoin, okay, you're looking at a beautiful little pump. So that level of resistance just there, 49072 roughly. You start to close above that, back test that as support, you're looking at a beautiful impulsive wave up to this particular level just here for Bitcoin, 51875. And with that, you know, you are breaking that high just there. So that means that you're forming this impulsive wave, and your 1618 target is up there, 53440. Okay, so it's all about this resistance at the moment. You are coming into some apex, but I'm going to be honest with you. You know, we've held this support of this channel like a boss here. This is good. This is good. You look, come up, support, support, support. You know, we didn't fall out of this channel, this parallel channel, which I outlined to you. Everyone was saying this was a rising wedge, and I said it's not a rising wedge, it's too steep. It's a parallel channel, okay, which it was. But you can see as you come up, you're sort of rolling over. Look, you're rolling over here, and effectively, you know, if you was to lose this support now and break down here, it would look quite bad and it would be quite negative. But actual fact, it's healthy. And the reason is because you're coming down to a key level support for continuation to build up more momentum for the next impulsive wave. Because remember what I said to you, the greater you retrace, the greater the impulsive pace. Okay, so for me, I think that if you start to fall out of this key level of support just there, this upper trend line, look, you're holding support, this parallel channel, if you fall out of this and this apex breaks to the downside, you're looking at a 43962 Bitcoin price tag. Let me drop this in, this trend line just there, okay, because this is a key level support. Because what you will be doing here, you'll be coming up in this swing lows. Look, swing lows, swing highs, swing lows, swing highs. You've already lost this swing high. Do you see that? You've already lost it just there. You came back up, and right now you're falling back into its support. So if you start to lose that swing high, where are you going? You're going to this swing low. And like I said to you, you lose swing highs, you target swing lows. You can see that when you come down here, you tested that swing high just there, support, and bounced off that. So immediately, you know, that's your last resort. You lose that, you're looking at a retest of this level of support just there for Bitcoin. You're running out of steam. You're rolling over. You're coming looking for support at the minute. Okay, you're coming into some apex. So a break is coming. A break is coming. But I think that would kind of tie in with what I'm seeing on alts. To be honest with you, I do think that we're going through an A B. I did say this to you. You're going to make a lower high, and then you're going to be looking at a lower low, basically an ABC correction. I did say that to you, you know, and I am seeing it on alts. So this particular apex here, you know, it could break. You break this level of resistance, you're looking at 51875 and continuation 53. But I just think that you're running out of steam here, and these signals show me it. Okay, but I could be completely wrong. But it's all about this support and resistance. You lose this support just there, okay, and then roll down and you lose this support here that you create for yourself at 46318. You will see a correction, and I do anticipate that this is where you'll get some bids in on this swing low, okay, which I do think is a 55 EMA on the daily, which is what I want to see. I want to see this retest of this red line, because this is what happens. This is what happens. Look, I've shown you so many times. You get overextended, you come back to the 55. Overextended, you come back to the 55. You have a squeeze pop. Do you see that? Overextended, what do? You come back to the 55. Right now you're overextended. Where are you going to come back to if you roll over? 55 for continuation. You know, and it lines up with some trend lines as well. This head and shoulders trend line, which are broken out of, back to support a couple of times just there. You know, potentially worst case scenario, fall back to it again as support, golden. You know, you're holding support for continuation. So yeah, for me, a decision is coming, to be honest with you, because you are moving into the apex of this support. Look, you're being forced like a rat in a corner. You're being forced in some kind of decision here, and you can see effectively what you are doing here. You're making lower highs and lower lows. Look, roll there, lower low. You know, if you start to come down now, you've made another lower low. So you're rolling, okay, to a key level of support. This support here, lose this support there, and it could get quite nasty for Bitcoin. I've told you that, okay, it get quite nasty. You could be reversing the trend. But what you're doing is pretty much similar to what you did here in the entirety of the whole move here for Bitcoin. Look, let me show you, okay. So you get overextended, and where did you roll back to? The swing low support. Okay, because you come up in swing high, then you made one big impulsive wave there, got overextended from the EMAs, rolled back. Where did you find support? The swing low, just here. You know, you've moved up in a massive impulsive wave just here, you know, and you've got overextended. Where are you going to come back to? The swing low as support. So this is what I'm targeting for Bitcoin. If we lose this support of this parallel channel just here, you know, and we start to roll and lose the 10 EMA on the 20 EMA on the daily, sorry, do anticipate that the 55 EMA is going to hold as a really, really key level support for Bitcoin. Okay, so, and that would coincide with all the altcoins correcting, which we're anticipating. But again, it could break this resistance here, and if it does, boom, party started. We're going to come up and we're going to hit 51k, 51875, and a big impulsive wave up there. And obviously, like I've just shown you, the impulsive wave extension at the 1618, you're looking at a 53k Bitcoin, aren't you? So yeah, some break is coming soon, you know, and you can see you're being forced on this support and this resistance. It's very, very close, you know. By the time I've done a new video tomorrow, I think you might have already seen a break for Bitcoin. Close the week out relatively strong would be nice, you know. But again, it makes more sense to me to come down, to be honest with you. It makes more sense for me to come down, because I think that if we come down and you bounce off that key level support down here on the 55 EMA, you're looking at a greater impulsive wave to the upside. Because like I said to you, the greater you retrace, the greater the impulsive pace, and you will be looking at 55k Bitcoin. Now, there is equally some parallel channel on the go here. Okay, let me show you. You can see this parallel channel, and I think looking at it, you've broken out and you've come and fell back to its support. So that in itself is actually relatively bullish. Let me show you. Okay, so you've got a parallel channel just here. So this is the top, and I think that that's the bottom that you've been conforming to just there, and that's your level of support. So let me show you. So you've fallen down in some descending channel just there. Look. So you're doing this for Bitcoin. Come up, overextended, rolling back. Oh no, going to zero. But then you broke out this level of resistance. Okay, you've come up, ran into another level of resistance, which was this swing high. Okay, and you've starting to roll back for support into some apex, forming a potential inverse head and shoulders. Now, look, you've bounced off the support of this channel. Previous resistance back to turn into support. Remember what I told you. Now, if you do start to roll out of that, losing this support is negative, and then coming back into this support is negative. Because with that, you can see where you're going to come down to this white line here for another retest of support. But I do anticipate at that point that would be the correction over for Bitcoin, and that would be that September dump finished, because you could be looking at a further sort of 9-10% crash for Bitcoin here, coming down to a key level support, building up that continuation. Now, there is a negative pattern that could potentially form at that point, but again, it's all if we break that high, because you could, look, if we do it something like this, look, you roll out, you come down like this, and then you start to rally, and you make a lower high and do that. You've got a massive head and shoulders pattern. Again, negative. But we'll come to that when we come to it, won't we? As long as you're coming back down and you're holding key level support continuation, you're looking good for continuation, okay? You're looking good for continuation. So yeah, it's all about holding this support level just here. This is a really, really key level of support. You do need to see Bitcoin hold, because if it does not hold that, it could get quite nasty for Bitcoin, and you could be in fact reversing this beautiful uptrend that you are in right now for Bitcoin. So it's close. A decision is coming over the next couple of days, I would imagine, for Bitcoin coming into this apex. Lose this support, break this resistance. Crunch time for the market here for Bitcoin. Take care, everyone. Back tomorrow with another update on Bitcoin. Let me just drop this in, this support line just there. This swing low is 43951. And I think at the moment, the daily 55 sits at just lower than that, 42956. So if you do see a roll in the market, just put some cheeky bids on the 55, because it always bounces there anyway. Take care, everyone. Back tomorrow with another update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye-bye.